Babe, do you have any goals today?
Do whatever my wife tells me to do.
He's such a wise man. I have been up really super early this morning, and can you believe it's before 10 a.m. and I've actually got both guys going. Of course, I had to go wake Jake up. But hey, I went bearing gifts and took him breakfast. So it was just such a beautiful day. I'm already in a tank top, ready to work, get this greenhouse done. So I'm so super excited. There's the handsome man right there. Hey, baby. Oh. He's on the phone, so.
All right, we'll holler.
So today we're going to frame up the end walls to the greenhouse and get the plastic on. Hopefully. It's a little breezy today, but we're not having the gale force winds that we had before. Oh, I hear a little mouse behind me. All right, babe.
You're blocking the pathway, lady.
Yeah. So, Jake's getting dressed, and we'll carry some tools down from the tiny house too. I love my little path. Yeah, get started on this, and hopefully have enough daylight I can work on the chicken coop and get it painted. First things first, we need to do some housekeeping. It's a mess, so we're gonna take a few minutes and clean up the area, and then we'll be ready to start working.
Okay. Okay, so
We can try it.
35 1/4. Do you like it there? Okay. To that longer bit. I think we run into the same issue. Yeah, we're like 8 foot 3 inches. So, because I would say this side, because we're building it up, but is that, I guess, do you want it where you have steps coming up? Like if we put a, say we put a somehow we brace a 2x4 across here, but then you'd have like 2 steps coming up and then 2 steps going down. Do you want to deal with that on this end, or do we made it to this? Oh yeah, we'd be good. It's only 7'7", and we have 8 foot boards. So
All right, well, totally loving the sun. I hope I get a little bit of a color on today. So we are in the we got both of the doors on the ends framed. So those are done. And we need to close up the sides. And for lack of anything else that we have some of this tin that he kind of tossed in with the better tin. Just to kind of get rid of it, and it works. So we grabbed it, we're going to screw it down, and that'll close up the sides.
Strapping right there.
Maybe a longer screw at that top hole, and that will pull it in maybe? I don't know.
Well, the problem is our wood ends here, this is just block.
Lovely. Well, we'll figure it out because it doesn't have to be pretty. It's going to get covered, and we're going to bring in some extra dirt to plop down on that side to kind of raise it up a little bit so that it's not so...
Oh, I know what we can do.
wonky for me to walk on. So then once we put down all of the dirt to kind of help level it out, then I'll be bringing in the driveway fabric, and I'm going to utilize a little bit of that and cover the ground so that I don't have to fight weeds. And I've got tons of, oh, back over here, tons of trees and stuff that I still need to mulch. So I'll get to mulching and kind of fill up as we go. I'll fill up the floor of the greenhouse so that it's mulched. A little easier to walk, but it's coming together. Did take quite a little bit of a break. Our daughter Kirsten called, so we visited with her for a while. Hi, Kirsten. She's gonna work on a gray water reuse ideas for us because she's an environmental engineer. So who better to ask than her? So, but we're gonna get this slayed. I'll stick it on a somewhat time lapse and go from there.
Okay, so not that you noticed, but we stopped working for a little bit, had lunch. I don't know, really good lunch. Mama made some rice and homemade burritos, and oh yeah, right to the waistline. But it's good having the home cooked meals and not the fast food, and finally recovering from our road trip. I think that's the worst part about leaving the homestead, is eating all this junk on the road. Just, you know, we tried to pack sandwiches for the trip up, but then we didn't do it on the way down, and yeah, wasn't good. So I wanted to, before we start our time lapse again, so we started filling in the dirt. Probably noticed earlier, like there was a big drop, and so we started filling in. We used some of this old rusty tin to block off our gaps, and then just simply framed it out. It ain't perfectly square, it's not perfectly straight, but you know, you're dealing with round objects, and you know, it's as a warning that I was given when I watched one of the videos to do this, that if you're an OCD person and need everything perfect, don't build this. And I guess I'll throw that same warning out there, because I'm that OCD person that likes everything perfect. And I won't lie, it was a little bit of a struggle, but just throw it up, and we have to custom build the door. But got our brace this side, we just run it all the way. We were able to put the 4x4s here, and then just ran some upper bracing, and then did some extra. This thing's super solid though. And then you have the door over here. Now this one's shorter. This is the high side. I mean, if you can tell, like we're the outside of that brick right there. If I come out, that's right at ground level. But then, you know, you get down to the other end and it's 3 bricks high. So we're not gonna make it perfectly level if it's got, what the idea is, we just want to get in, do kind of one layer of dirt that I can scrape from over here where I'm going to be putting the drive in anyway, so that topsoil's got to come out. So we're going to use some of that, fill in any divots. The idea is get a nice flat level surface in here. Well, flat, let's go with that, not level. Just flat, you know, maybe 1 grade, or you know, but right now it's real dippy, and we're going to put some of that fabric, the landscape fabric, down to keep the weeds from coming up. And then I think she wants to put mulch on top of that. So I don't know if we have enough mulch to do all of it right now, but today we can at least get this on. We're hoping to get plastic over it today. Little difficult. We decided to frame the door in and then get dirt to bring in. I probably could have, before that was done, brought the tractor and at least dumped it at the end and then we shovel it. But the other part is the wind. So as you can see, yesterday, today, we're short sleeves or no sleeves, right? Sky sunny, almost 80, it's the high 70s. Beautiful working weather, and the ground is actually drying out. I mean, we can walk onto those spots over there, and you know, I can wear tennis shoes today, and there's still spots that are wet, but for the most part the wind has been helping with the sun and the warmth of finally drying the ground out. So, but as we scoop the dirt up, we're finding more moisture, and so it's big clumps. And I'm sure in the first part of the time lapse before we went to lunch, you could see like it was Jake grabbing clumps. I'm trying not to do a whole lot of twisting. I just got my acupuncture's done today, and I really don't want to test the limits of whether they're going to keep me from throwing my back out or not. And I don't have time to just lay in bed and do nothing. We got stuff to do. So I'm going to set this back up, and we'll finish getting some dirt moved in here. I think they're about to head back over. Mama's cleaning up from lunch, and I think Jake's pre-unloading lunch. So we'll get going. I'm gonna try to start moving some dirt, get that in here. We gotta shovel it. That's just good old manpower.
Other than clay to fill with, so it might just be what it is. I think they did a great job while I was cooking lunch. I didn't just disappear. I actually have domestics to Okay, so we got it leveled out enough. Like I said, it does not need to be perfect. Tomatoes don't care if they're on level ground. So, I mean, that end is built up more than enough. It's mainly just to keep me from falling. So, we're gonna go ahead and get the door built. Once we get the door built, we don't think we have enough lumber for both ends. We're gonna have to go up to Jake's cottage or Jake's cabin and see if there's any additional 2x4s up there that we can steal to finish this, so we don't have to make a run for it. And once we get the doors built and put on, then we can go ahead and put plastic. So I'm super excited.
3.5.
Yeah.
All right, third time's the charm, right?
Yep.
Hey, at least it's one of those where we didn't have to start with a whole
Are we
new
Craig jigging any of these?
Yes.
Yep. These need Craig jigged on both ends, same side, both ends.
Yep. So we had picked up a bunch of hinges at a restore on the way home. Super cheap, less than $1 a piece, because he just ended up giving us a bunch because he didn't want to count them. But there was only so many black hinges. So I have them, but I don't want to waste them because I may use them in our tiny house. So we're going with gold hinges, and then I got this handle for $1. So I think they're less than 50 cents on the hinges. So note to self, if you're going to do a homestead, anytime you're at a restore, anytime you're at a thrift shop, pick up hinges. You'd be stupid amazed at how much they add up and how much they cost. So
Oh, I know the bottom was a...
I shouldn't have fed him beans.
Okay.
Get some bird on the other end.
What'd we do? Oh God, I just caught a whiff of that.
I've been.
If you take them out, or you just back them out a little bit.
Should be enough to pull them out. Well, one side's an inch longer than the other. Oh yeah, yeah, that's all we had to do the whole time. Aren't we silly?
Nice.
It'd be dangerous if we actually knew what we were doing.
Do you need one on the other side too?
I'd say we put one. Jake, will you turn that light? The switch that says F.
What you doing, babe?
Putting a new porch light on.
How long have we had that new porch light?
Yes.
I'm grateful and thankful that you're doing that.
Yeah. I guessed right. Woohoo. Well, I got in to get butyl tape because I put our actually hard mount door latch thing on. Look up by the door handle.
Oh, I see.
Because the wind, we put a magnet one on there, and when the wind blows, it just slams it shut.
Right.
The theory and concept of it sound amazing, but it wasn't as strong a magnet as I was hoping. So
Right.
I was putting that on, and when I was getting parts for that, I found this light laying there going, please put me on. And I said, okay.
It looks like I was hoping that greenhouse part 2 would be it on greenhouse, but looks like we're going to have a part 3. I sometimes just have to walk away because I have a husband who is so OCD. And the door was giving him issues because, you know, we're working with cattle panels. And they're not perfect. They're not easy to work with and make square and plumb and blah, blah, blah. So I sometimes just have to walk away, which is what I did earlier. And he'll figure it out. And I love him for it. He is very detail oriented. I guess that's the retired Marine in him. So I will turn this around and give you guys a glimpse. So he's done a great job. It just took a little longer than we thought, but it's great and it's good. It will open. I'm so thrilled, super thrilled. So if it takes 3 days to get the greenhouse, it takes 3 days to get the greenhouse. Where the camper sits will be blocked because the barn will go there, and the barn we'll have an overall footprint of 43 foot wide, actually 44 foot wide by 40 foot deep. So it's going to be pretty massive. There were things that I wanted in the barn. There were things that he wanted in the barn. You know, I worked in a butcher shop, working my way through nursing school, and I learned so much from my butcher mentor, John. So we'll be able to utilize those skills. And plus, I have a husband who's extremely resourceful in butchering also. So one side will be dedicated to kind of butcher shop stuff, because we already have a lot of that stuff. The other side will be dedicated towards woodworking items. Short of working with our grandpas, we don't know what we're doing with woodworking, but we're going to learn. And we've come into these tools. I'm sure we're going to end up with more tools, but we love building. We love building what we love. And so the other side will be a wood shop. And then the center section, we want to go 16 foot high so that we are able to have a loft in there for storage and be able to get the hoop shed emptied and be able to get the other shed emptied to where we're not looking a half a day for an item or tool that we know that we have. So we really do appreciate y'all going on this journey with us. We're not professionals. We're not contractors. We're not anything but two people who desired for a more simpler life. So if you're into that, great. You know, we love that. Drop us some comments. We're really trying to provide a great content for our friends and family, as well as all the new friends that we're making through Facebook, or through YouTube. Give us a shout out and subscribe and like and share and, you know, do all that stuff that they say. You know, we're finding out that we're meeting so many great people through the YouTube channel. So definitely blessed for that reason. So we're going to continue this. And we thought, you know, we're just going to give it a couple months, see what we think about the YouTube channel, see what we think about the response to the YouTube channel. It seems I have a lot to learn when it comes to editing still, and a lot to learn when it comes to shorts and reels and TikTok and Instagram. And I don't do any of that. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. So I guess give us a little bit of grace for being technologically stupid, I guess. But we're doing the best we can, and we're doing it our way. And that's what's important. And we love each other and we love what we're doing. So stay tuned for part 3 of the greenhouse. We will be putting down some driveway fabric we're going to steal from the driveway project and put in on the floor, so I'm not having to pull weeds. And then harvest some blocks from the foundation, build some shelves, and we'll be using some of these. I love this wood. I like hoard the wood. I hoard it. Like, I don't want to use it, but we bought it for a reason. It needs to be used. Get some tables in there and get the mulch down and get the 6 mil plastic over. So yeah, and then we'll be able to start some seeds and all that other good stuff. So we hope you have a wonderful day, and if you like our content, please get it out there, please share, and we'll see you later. Peace out.